Alright guys, so today we're going to do a tune-up on a homeowner pressure washer with a Honda motor in it. This is basically the same way I do any pressure washer. It could be a Briggs motor, a Tecumseh motor, or cheap Chinese, it doesn't matter. This one happens to be a Troy-bilt powered by Honda, 3100 PSI. We're going to be doing oil. It takes less than a quart. It's 3/4 of a quart, something like that goes in there. We're going to be doing the spark plug and air filter. That's pretty much a full tune-up on these things. There is no oil for the pump. There's nothing really you can do for the pump. Just maybe clean the screen out from in there. That one doesn't even have a screen on it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the oil and get the old oil out. So the easiest way to do this is just to pop off look, it's nice old dirty oil. Pop out the dipstick, and then we're going to take a container like a bowl or something like that. We're going to stick it underneath where the oil goes in, and then we're going to lean it towards us so that we can catch the oil. If you're doing this on the ground, you can set the bowl right on the ground. You're just dumping all the old oil out. That's far enough, Robert. You're killing me, dude. Just dump all the old oil out. Now, something that's this dark, your oil shouldn't get this dark. You can do an engine flush. What I do is I fill it up with diesel fuel, 3/4 of a quart of diesel fuel. I start it and let it run for like 30 seconds, shut it off, drain that back out. Alright, and that's pretty much done. Go ahead and lift it up. Right, there you go. Oh, yeah, there we go. And that's getting all that out. When you're done putting your oil in, like if you have an empty container, you can dump that in the empty container and take it to any auto parts store, Advance Auto, AutoZone, any of those places. They have oil recycling in the back. I have a containment system out in the back of my shop that I dump it all in. They come out and pump it out, 3 times a year. I'm going to go ahead and do the flush on this one because it's bad. You don't have to do the flush. You can just put new motor oil in it. It's better than what was in there. But about 3/4 of a quart of diesel fuel. And when it's running, I got a little diesel in here. It'll slosh around and clean up all the oil that's left over in there. See how nice? Made that oil nice and thin, so that when you drain it out the second time. Let me dump this in my containment. Dump it out the second time, it'll rinse the rest of that bad oil out of there. It's just a good way to, if you've neglected your motor, to kind of clean it up. You shouldn't run your pressure washer without water hooked up. I'm only going to do a short bit of it, so it'll be okay. Just wanted to stir that diesel up in there. Pull the dipstick back out. Look at it. Look at how. It's all just grayed up in there. We're going to dump it in this container. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this container out so that's good and clean. I'll wipe it out just so you can see what comes out of there. The bowl up underneath there and tilt it towards you. Look at it. Nice and gray and muddy. That engine will be nice and spotless in there now. Oh, right there, Robert. Just let it all drain all the way out. Tilt it a little more, Robert. Yeah, that's it. Alright, go on up. Alright, and then dispose of this as well. Oh, the engine's nice and, shiny inside. You can see that it's been nice and rinsed out. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put the funnel in, and we're going to put 3/4 of this quart. You're going to basically fill it up to this line. That's as far as it goes. Alright, so go ahead and fill it up. I'm using 30 weight because it's summertime. You're probably only going to use your pressure washer during the summertime. All small engines like this use 30 weight during the summer and 40 weight during the winter. You can do 1030, 1040. Honestly, any oil at all is better than no oil or bad oil. It's just change your oil regularly and you'll be fine. Let's see where we're at here. Put it in, screw it all the way down, and screw it all the way back out. That's how you check it. If you don't, your level's going to be off that much. And it's saying full. I'm going to wipe this off and check it one more time. Just a touch over full, but that's all right. That's not going to hurt anything. Too over full will blow oil right into your engine and into your air filter assembly, and it'll smoke like crazy. It may even shut off and outrun. If it's smoking and everything, drain out your oil, to the right level, and then let it run, and with water on it, it'll stop smoking. Change your air filter maybe. All right, so now we got the oil done. Let me get this out of here before I knock it over and spill it everywhere. All right, so spark plug boot, twist it back and forth, pull straight out. It's a 5/8 spark plug in this type of engine. Anything with overhead valves is going to be RC12YC. Other than that, it's going to be J19. But 5/8 spark plug socket, pull this out. Your old spark plug should look like this. Whiter than this means it's running lean, and you probably got a carburetor issue. Running darker than this means it's running rich, which could also be a carburetor issue, or is more than likely a clogged air filter. This is perfect right here, just the way it should be. Again, RC12YC for this one. RC12YC. I'll put this in the description. Oil, everything you need will be in the description below. The gap is preset. I believe it's 30 on the gap, but not like that. It's preset on these Champions. You get a cheap Chinese plug, you're probably going to want to gap it, but even those are pretty much preset. These aren't fine-tuned machines either. It's not like you're racing a 1/4 mile with these and you want perfect everything. You want it to fire up and run. It's going to run with that gap. That's on it. That's preset on it. All right, spark plug's done. Now let's do the air filter. Now, air filter on this is the same as a Kohler. Not the same air filter, but the same way. You're just going to pop these down. Briggs & Stratton will have a flathead screw or 8mm bolt right there. And Briggs & Stratton and the Hondas have the same air filters. And this air filter is actually fine, but the guy's paying us to do a tune-up. This is actually a Briggs air filter. You see it's the same. It's the same. So we're going to open this up. Make sure that there's no dirt debris in there. There's no dirt debris in there. Pop the air filter right on in. These right in there. Pop it on. And that's it, guys. That's how you do a tune-up on a homeowner Honda pressure washer or a troy-bilt 3100 PSI. But basically the same for everybody. Goes for everybody. Easy peasy. That's how you do it. All the parts will be in the description below. If this helped, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to do any advertising through my channel, message me. I'll be more than happy to have you. Have a good one, guys.